Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. And I am coming to you all with something a little different on tonight's Auntie Say It Isn't So, Say It Isn't So. It appears from an article in page 6 that the Braxtons allegedly feel as if Tracy's husband is exploiting her death. Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that's everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello everybody and welcome back. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces and my nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Before I start this video, I'm going to let you all know that this shirt is Auntie's Advice. Is it me? And it is available in my Teespring shop. So hop on over there and get you a Is it me shirt, okay, for your Auntie's Advice collection. I am doing something a little different. Usually, these are the kind of topics that I talk about in my membership with my members. I always want to get their feedback and talk about current events and things that are going on. And today I decided I would talk about this out in the open. This live chat is for subscribers only. Okay. And I know that you all are accustomed to an open chat, but this is just for the subscribers. Okay. So that we can have a really candid conversation outside of the membership. Okay. Mary, if you would like, please request for Mary to put the membership information into the chat if you need it. So we all know that we have lost our dearly beloved Traci Braxton. And it was really, really sad. I did not cover it on purpose. I saw so many other people covering it that I thought, and don't know whether or not I wanted to. I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to get into that, right? And for those of you all who have been following me for some years now, you know that I attempted a couple of years ago to review Braxton Family Values. It didn't get a lot of clicks. A lot of people weren't interested in it. I didn't know if it was my style or if it was because I was, fairly new on YouTube or not. And so I just, backed up off of it and said, okay, all right. But I followed the Braxton Family Value show. I adored seeing the sisters. I did not like the turmoil that was going on, but having sisters, I understand that everything isn't always peachy cream, and you can have disputes and stuff like that, and break up to make up and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you still love your family. But their lives played out on national television, and We had our highs and lows with the sisters, but we all really truly believed that the sisters loved one another, were there for one another, and so on and so forth. So when I heard, as you all did, that Traci had passed away, I was quite devastated. Again, I went, through YouTube to listen to the different commentaries that were being done and about her. And I just was like, wow, Traci was really liked and loved by others as much as she was liked and loved by me. She was my favorite sister. She was a sister that said what needed to be said, in my opinion. She was a sister that said what I wanted to say. And she was the sister that you rooted for, in my opinion. I rooted for Traci. And in the final season of the show, I think that Traci, for the most part, was doing the show by herself. And there was a lot of controversy surrounding that. But she was like my sister girl, um, kindred spirit. Just the one that if it gotta be said, I'ma say it. Um, I thought that she was extremely vulnerable um, on the screen. I loved Traci. So to hear that she had passed away was really devastating. I think it was today that Tony Braxton came out and went public about her sister's struggle and her fight with esophageal cancer, and it just really shocked me because they kept it very very hush hush, as they should. Um, on my second channel, Auntie's Advice, channel for women, I am going to be talking to you all, hopefully tomorrow, no later than Friday, about colon cancer. And I'm hoping that you all join me there on that channel. We'll be talking about that. This is a conversation that I've already had with my members, and I have not gone public about it. But on tomorrow, no, again, no later than Friday, I will be talking colorectal cancer. As you all know, this is March, and March is dedicated to that. So anyway, I was looking at this article and I thought, have a conversation with you all about it, my subscribers, and not, just hold it to the membership. And so this article is coming from page 6. I have put the link to the article, the full article, in the description box. And please feel free to click on that link if you would like more information regarding that. But the article came out today, March 30th at 5:04 p.m. It was written by Carlos Greer, and it says the Braxtons feel Sister Traci's husband and team are exploiting her death. And when I saw that headline, I was like, what the foo la la is going on here? Now, there have been other people who have reported this, I think, or tried to report it. But I was like, boo, if it ain't written, typed up, I ain't going to be able to do it. But anyway, I digress and let's move on. So it says the Braxton sisters just want their late sister Traci to rest in peace. but her husband and manager are exploiting their sister in death, an insider claims. The Braxton's beloved sister Traci died 2 weeks ago after a long battle with cancer, and her husband and management have planned a viewing with Zoom links and a funeral service against her final wishes, according to a source. Now, I always wondered, like when we see things like that, like who is this source and why can't this source be named? And so I have to make sure that I say allegedly because I don't know who this source is. I'm just reading from a source, which is page 6. Okay. Tonette Grayson said, I believe it. Okay. There's a vote of confidence there. In quotes, it says Traci did not want a funeral or wake. She did not want people looking all over her body. She specifically requested to be immediately cremated. There was a Zoom meeting that made it clear about what she wanted, and now her husband is trying to cash in on her name, a Braxton insider told page 6. Traci's husband, Kevin, held a viewing for her last week, and her famous sisters, Tamar, Trina, Tawanda, Tony, and their mother, Evelyn Braxton, opted out of attending. Their father, Michael Conrad Braxton, did show up, but were told he was initially turned away at the door for not being on the list. Now, as close as Traci was to her daddy, I don't care if he was in the grave, he should have been on the list. Because as we all know, Traci was ride or die with her daddy. So for him to not be on the list, was he not celebrity enough? I'm just asking for a friend. Friend, you did want me to ask that question, right? Okay, because the people wanted to make sure they wanted me to. Okay, friend said, yes, Auntie asked for me. Everybody should have been on the list. Everybody from the cotton freaking rooter to the tutor. So, of course, this made Auntie's eyebrow raise up. Why wasn't Daddy on the list? And who made up the list? And who was the usher or the usher at the door that told Daddy Braxton that he could not come in? He was so upset that he wasn't on the list. Someone from the church recognized him and let him in, and he had to sit in the 4th row, the insider said. Okay, again, who's the insider? See, sometimes when people talking and they giving out the little kikis and, the little, ooh la las and stuff like that, sometimes things can be a little twisted and jacked up and all that kind of stuff. Not sure whether or not it was in this case, but is it me? Okay. I mean, because I'm just saying, insider, say your name. Say your name, say your name. Because we need to get this information validated. So this stuff right here is allegedly. Because unless the insider is ready to come out and show their face, what they say, no face, no case, and they willing to put their name down, it's hard to believe some of this. Now, it could have been, like I said, a junior usher or usher at the door, and they didn't recognize them, but they said somebody from the church did. But to put this on the Braxtons, which Braxton? Let me keep reading. They said the Braxton father wasn't even allowed to speak or say any words about his daughter, the insider added. Kevin, who was married to Traci for nearly 30 years, told us it's not true. And my father-in-law and brother-in-law came in briefly. He also insisted that he invited the sisters, but that they did not show up. And I'm going to tell you right now from experience, if people going to be ugly and they going to be petty, unfortunately, it's at a funeral or wake. If they going to be ugly and petty, this when they going to do it. And it's unfortunate because everybody tries to rally together, when the person is sick or near death. According to Toni Braxton today in an interview, she indicated that they were there to watch Traci take her last breath. Toni also mentioned in her interview that they did not even believe that Traci would make it through November, through Thanksgiving. Neither did they believe that she would make it through Christmas or the New Year. But Traci made it. She indicated that the hospice staff and everybody was just really, really wonderful, and that it is hard and they're still trying to process through this. So why this insider will wait until now to, come out and tell his story, I don't know. You got to always sometime, you got to always kind of, wonder what people's intentions are. But anyway, we're going to move on. They said Traci's husband was planning her funeral for months before she died. She did not know that, but he was talking to people about it. This is what the source is. Kevin claimed he honored his wife's wishes and that she explained everything to the funeral home before she passed away. Kevin goes on to say, in quotes, I was with my wife more than anybody in this world. I know my wife, and when she got cancer, we really started to communicate about funeral plans, and I was trying to find treatment for her. I went to every single one of her doctor's appointments throughout our entire marriage, and that's how we were. And now they're treating me like a deadbeat husband, he said. Maybe I got the facts wrong, but I thought at one point he was. I could be wrong, but I thought that at one point, when they split or something, we got any Braxton experts out here. Wasn't at one point they were split up and they got back together like he was like alleged cheating or something like that was going on between the two of them. I'm not sure. I know, they probably forgave one another and they got it back together and stuff. But I thought that that there was something that had happened between the two of them back in the day. And sometimes family, they don't get over they don't get past the infidelity if that was happening. Now, I'm not sure. I can't be 100% sure, but I could have sworn. And so I think, the family was giving him the side eye for always and forever. Because that's how we do when you mess with our family like that. We gonna forgive for the moment, but bitch, we ain't never gonna forget. Oh no, we not now. Oh no, we not. We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. He also claims Traci wanted a viewing and one memorial service in conjunction with her management, PR, and other members to come and to celebrate her. On Thursday, Traci's manager, Cliff Jones, whom sources say she relinquished managerial duties from before she passed, is further disrespecting the family by holding an actual funeral service. Another source, Lord Jesus, here come another source. Another source told us that Jones reached out to gospel artists Kim Burrell and Byron Cage to perform at the service, but that they pulled out when they realized the sisters weren't involved, they said. They said a barcode is required for entry. It's a whole production, they added. What? What kind of barcode? Like when you go to like a concert or something? And you download it like on your phone, and when you get there, you put your phone up and they use a little beep. It was like that up in that joint. Traci wouldn't want all this arguing. Traci would sit up there and cuss everybody out. She would tell Traci would not have wanted this. She would not have wanted this. All of us that watched Traci over the years know daggone well Traci would be up in there flipping tables. This, like, come on, are you serious? And was they having an admission fee? I don't know what they mean by exploitation, right? Because was there an admission fee? Did you have to download tickets off Eventbrite and then you had to pay for them? Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, Auntie, keep going. Okay, keep going. The first source, okay, so we back to the first source, who told us Traci's body has since been cremated, claimed nobody ever called to ask the family anything. No one called her mom, her father, her sisters to say, what do you guys think of anything? The family is expecting to hold their own private memorial, the way Traci requested, on April the 2nd, which would have been Traci's 51st birthday. Traci's most famous sibling, Tony, seemingly confirmed the private memorial during an interview on Tamara Hall today. Tony did say that her birthday is coming up soon on the 2nd, and my sisters and I are gathering to celebrate and have a big Traci day. So I'm excited about that. Kevin also confirmed the private service and said, I was never invited. No one has sent me any type of invitation. Let's unpack this. Again, as I said, usually when, it's a death in the family or something like that is really when you really start to see the ugly, the petty, sometimes the worst of people. At the same time, sometimes you see the best of people. They allege in this article that there was a Zoom call and everybody knew what it was. And it's unfortunate that it is turned into what it is. Sometimes you can't have your way and you just can't make it about you. There should have been a written documentation about what she wanted and not what other people wanted, so you could keep the peace in the family. It's so unfortunate that they are having to grieve in public as it is. People like us, we have an opportunity to grieve and to handle disputes and stuff like that in private because don't nobody know us. They don't know us. So it's hard enough to deal with the public opinion, the public scrutiny, just dealing with social media as a whole. When it comes down to matters like this, and so to see this bickering and these misunderstandings play out this way is really sad, and it does nothing to make the situation better. But at the end of the day, we loved Traci. I know I did, and this doesn't just diminish who she was as a woman, a wife, a sister, a mother, a grandmother. Excuse me, y'all. And I'm just praying that healing begins and that at the end of the day, this family can come back together with mended hearts as much as they can and stop this fool-la-la, because this is some foolishness. Traci, rest in peace. We love you. We miss your gift in the earth. And we're praying that your family come back together and be made whole again. Y'all let me know down in the comments section what y'all think about this. Who are these sources? That's my thing. Who are these sources? I'm going to tell you right now. Something happened to me. Y'all be like, who was the source? Tell a source to put their name out there or don't say nothing about Auntie. I love you all to pieces. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the chat safe. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night.